Welcome to the online lecture series on 8051 microcontroller. In this video tutorial, we shall write the assembly programs using subroutines. Okay, see, you should make a note of this. In the examination, when you are asked to write the programs using subroutines, it is must for you to write the programs using the subroutines. Okay, if you don't use the subroutines, marks will be deducted. Okay, if nothing has been mentioned, it is up to you, but if it is explicitly written in the question that you have to write a program using subroutine, then you should write that program using a subroutine. Okay, so let's start. Now here is a program. Write an ALP to complement the contents of accumulator 100 times. Okay, using subroutine. You have to use the concept of subroutines. Okay. Now, first and foremost thing is you should know where to place the subroutine. This I have already mentioned in previous lectures, but still I will say. So we'll start with originate 0h. Then the last instruction will be always your infinite loop. Then you will have the end. You have to place the subroutine always after this forever loop and before this end directive. Okay, so your subroutine will always be between this. Okay, now let's start writing the program. So you have to implement the contents of the accumulator 100 times. Okay, now what logic you want to write in subroutine, it is left to you. Okay, let me move some content into accumulator. Move a comma hash 55h. And how many times you have to complement? You have to complement 100 times. So I will say move r2 comma hash 100. See, I have written in decimal. That's why I am not writing h here. If I write h, then what is 100h equal to? Okay, it is more than what is been asked here. So you should be very careful. Okay, or else if you want to write in hexadecimal, you should write 64h. Okay, because 64h is equal to 100 in decimal. Correct? Even if I ask a question, you cannot answer. See here, 64 is how much? 100 in decimal. Okay, so be careful. Now, what should you do now? You should complement this. But the thing is, you should use subroutines. Okay, okay. If subroutine was not there, you could have written that program in the main program itself. So now I will call a subroutine a call. Okay, and give a proper name. So I will say comp. It means complement. So where should I write my subroutine? I should write my subroutine after this sjump, the for forever loop, and before this end directive. Okay, the subroutine name is comp. What should you do now? You should complement accumulator. So I will say CPLA. How many times? 100 times. So for that I have an instruction DJNZ. Okay, where is the count? Count is in R2. So R2, unless R2 becomes 0, you repeat this. What should you repeat? You should repeat complementing the accumulator. So I will say decrement RG, jump on non-zero to again go back to COM. After that, the last instruction is always the return instruction in any subroutine. Okay, so it will return back. After return back, you don't have anything else to be done. So it will come in sjump and will continuously execute this forever loop. Fine. Execute this and check the program. Okay, 100 times will be very much. You can execute for some 10 times. Okay. Let's see the second program. Okay, I hope you got where you should place your subroutine. Subroutine should be placed after your forever loop and before this end directive. Then you have a program here, write a subroutine. See, this is how the questions will be asked. Write a subroutine which checks the contents of location 20H. Okay, there is some number which is stored in 20H, and what should you do if that number which is stored in memory location 20H is positive? Then you have to find the 2's complement of that number. Okay, and then you have to store back again in the same location. Okay, that's the question. Okay, let us write that program. If I explain here, you may not be able to understand. Fine. So I will start with org 0h as jump this 10. Okay, so there is a number in memory location 20H. So we'll get that number, move a comma 20H. Okay, and let me store some number in 20H. Memory, so move 20H comma say hash 45H. Any number you can store. Okay, then I have to execute this using subroutine. So I will say a call. Give some name to this. Okay, so you want to check whether it is positive or negative. Okay, let me say pause or any name you can give, a call. Okay, it's fine. So where should be my subroutine? After sjump. So positive. Okay, now you have copied some random number in memory location 20H, and you copied that number into memory location accumulator. Why did I copy is we have already seen the program how to find out whether a number is positive or negative. Okay, you have to check the MSB bit. So if the MSB is 1, the number is negative, and if the MSB is 0, the number will be positive. So we have to get the MSB information out. So that can be done only using a rotate instruction with carry. Now since we have to check the MSB bit, so the instruction used will be RLCA, because the rotate instructions, they operate only on accumulator. Correct? So with this, what will happen? MSB info is extracted. Can you see the comment what I have written? Your comment should be like this. I could have also written rotate the contents of accumulator along with carry once. It was a right comment, but it will not reflect the functionality what you are doing. Correct? Now here MSB info is extracted. I can be more specific. MSB info is extracted onto or extracted in which flag? Carry flag. Right? Once you rotate, whatever is in MSB, that will come in the carry flag now. Okay. Now read the question. What he has asked. He has asked if that number is positive, you have to find the 2's complement of that number. You have to find what? 2's complement of that number. Okay, if the number is positive. So whatever, so if it is negative, I need not do anything. I have to simply return. So first I will check for the negative condition. So if it is negative, jump on carry to nothing. Okay, you have to simply return. So your nothing will come here. And what should you do? You should simply return. Are you able to understand the logic? Okay, if that number is negative, you are not supposed to do anything. But if that number is positive, okay, positive means this condition will be false. What should you do? You should actually take 2's complement of the number. Okay, how do you take the 2's complement? First you will take the 1's complement. So we have instruction called complement accumulator. So this will give you 1's complement. Then you should add 1 to this. So I will say add a comma hash 01h. So this will give you 2's complement. Okay, then he says whatever the 2's complement you have found, you have to copy that back into the same location. Which location? 20h. That you can do it here, or you can do it after returning. I will do it here itself. I will say move 20h comma accumulator. Okay, so the 2's complement has been again stored back in the same location. Okay, let's analyze the program once again. I initialized with some random number. Okay, I copied that number into accumulator. I called the subroutine. I extracted the MSB info. If the number is negative, do nothing, it will return back. But if the number is positive, we have to find the 2's complement. So this will find out the 1's complement, and afterwards I have added 1 to find the 2's complement, and have stored the result back in memory location 20. Okay, so please execute these programs. This is very important. Just by watching the videos and writing or scribbling up in some buff sheets will not help you at all. You cannot become a programmer. Your logical ability will not grow. You have to sit, you have to type, you have to understand. You do mistakes, that's not a big deal. But you need to type. Only then you will be familiar with the instruction set as well as the art of programming. Okay, I hope you will take this word seriously. Thank you.